How much does a handwriting expert cost? This is the single most common questions our staff gets in our office because people assume a handwriting expert is like a mechanic. How much does a carburetor cost? How much does a new tire cost? Well, it depends. It depends on your case. We've had cases over the year for $2,500. It's simply 3 or 4 hours of work. You look at it, and we have all the documents. We don't have to go to court. We don't have to go look under a microscope. We don't spend hours and hours making pretty demonstrative exhibits. And then we've had cases that are $10, $20, $30,000 because it's so complicated. You have to go to the court. You got to take pictures. You've got to look at hundreds of documents. You've got to sort through 500 checks of the decedent or the person or the wife or the husband. So it really depends on the complication of your case. And so it's not an interchangeable thing. And so one of the challenges we have is unless you're an attorney and you've dealt with expert witnesses and you've dealt with expert testimony, you might assume, oh, it's just a handwriting expert. I can tell it's a forgery. That'll be $600. Trust me, there's no $600 expert in the US that you want to hire. It just doesn't exist. There might have been in 1985 when there were a little person. My friend Jess Dines, he was working till he was about 80, and I know he never raised his prices from the 80s. So he probably did take cases at a couple $100 an hour. But a good handwriting expert is going to be $600, $700 an hour, and their staff is going to charge less than that. So by the time you get out the door, you're paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000. If you want someone that can do it right, analyze it right, follow protocol, get you a letter that's so strong with demonstrative exhibits that the other side says, oh my God, I can't win this. And what they're going to do if you hire a good qualified expert witness is they're going to take that report, they're going to give it to the opposing attorney. The opposing attorney is going to give it to another handwriting expert. And if it's done well, the other expert will say, you know what, he's right. You can't win this. Apparently, this is the evidence overwhelming. Now, if you go for a cheap handwriting expert or someone that's not qualified, they're going to write you a one-page letter that says, oh, I think it's a forgery or I think it's authentic with no basis of opinion. And then everybody wins, including the attorneys, because you're going to have to go to court. And those two expert witnesses are going to have to explain why their opinions are that way. So how do how much does expert cost? Well, it depends if you want to win or not. If you want to win, you're going to hire the best you can afford. I've never luckily had to get brain surgery or heart surgery, but I wouldn't hire the cheapest brain surgeon I could. I wouldn't hire the cheapest heart surgeon. I would hire the best I could afford because I want to live, right? So if you care about your case and there's millions of dollars on the line, don't go for the cheapest. And don't go for the highest just because of the most expensive, but go for the best quality within your budget. And if you're already spending $20,000, $30,000 to fight this lawsuit against your ex-wife, your ex-business partner, or your brothers and sisters, what's another $5,000? Like, get somebody qualified to actually do the job properly. I can tell you the worst thing can happen is you hire a cheap expert witness, someone who says, hey, I'm a one-man band. I don't have an assistant. I'm really overwhelmed. I'm really cheap, so I have too many clients. They're just going to say what you want to say. And then you get the opinion you want. And then you spend another $30,000 on an attorney. And you go to court and realize, oh my God, my expert witness didn't tell me the truth because he didn't take the time because, I undercharged him. I mean, how are you going to get a great heart surgeon if you're like, hey, I don't want to pay you $700 for your heart surgery? No, don't get the nurses. Don't get the anesthetic. I just want the heart surgery, but I want it really cheap. Don't be that guy. So how much does a handwriting expert cost? Well, the truth is prices vary depending on experience. Call our office. I will refer you to one of our associates all over the country in an affordable price range you can afford. That will give you the honest truth, and that person will be court qualified. So you definitely want to get someone that's already been court qualified, already been in front of a judge, already has training experience, and has enough integrity to tell you the truth about the evidence of your documents. So that's the best I can tell you. How much does a handwriting cost? Call us, tell us about your case, and we'll give you a quote. Go to handwritingexperts.com or handwritingexpertusa.com. One of our team members will chat with you about your case, no charge, and we'll tell you how much we think it will cost depending on how much work your case involves. My name is Bart Baggett. Hit like and subscribe if you like more content like this. See you next time.